Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to another video. Today we are talking about Liverpool, specifically the Champions League, but also we're going to do a little sort of mini review of the season of Liverpool and talk about the players, talk about the Champions League, talk about the signing we've already made, and also transfers that we're going to make, I hope that we're going to make next season, what I think we need, and all that sort of good stuff. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So, Champions League final, not the best day. For those that watch my other sort of channel update, on the Friday, the day before, a sort of my YouTube idol, passed away from cancer on the Friday evening. And so that sort of put a dampener in the whole sort of thing. It kind of brings everything into perspective, as you'd imagine, really. So, went into the Champions League final. Still, I was pretty hopeful and optimistic. I was like, yeah, we're going to give them a game. I knew we were going to give them a game. That's the biggest thing for me. We weren't going to just lay down and, try and break, keep it tight, first 25, then try. We gave them a game. We started off really well. I was liking it. It was very good. And then Mo Salah got injured, didn't he? His arm fell off, his shoulder popped out, and all that good stuff. There's no blame on is it Ramos? No, he didn't pull him down, Christ's sake. They both had their arms interlocked. But I saw some conspiracy theories like he was trying to injure him. That'd be the weirdest way to try. I'm going to try and dislocate this guy's shoulder by popping his arm. Like, you just get two-footed, wouldn't you? You go two-footed on a knee if you were trying to injure somebody. And with that injury, all hope, and this was like I didn't consciously do this. It just happened. All the hope was just sucked out of my body. That's how it felt. And I even said to Curly, I was like, because if you think about it from our side of you, as a Liverpool team side of you, you'd go, they're going to be gutted. Those other 10 guys out there, and Klopp, and the bench, are all going to go, by far our best player, our talisman, is injured. So, of course, everybody's going to be a bit, oh, fuck, we're not as good. Factually, we are not as good as we were 5 minutes ago when he was not injured. Oh, shit. So that's going to take your level down a little bit. You might go, oh, God, okay. And then, obviously, if you look at it from the other side of things, Real Madrid, they've just seen this wonder kid player just get injured. They're like, well, he's the threat. He's gone. This is great. So with us going down a little bit and Real Madrid, it was just like, oh, this is going to be bad. And then, half-time, good stuff, like love and life, there's always a chance, right? And then, Lord Karius, the majestic goalkeeper that he is, decided to throw it out to Benzema, who scored just after half-time. And there's a little bit of argument about the rules, because it was actually out of his hand, but he was still distributing the ball, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. It's a goal. As a goalkeeper, you should never do that. I'm going to roll the ball out to that guy over there, but there's a guy's leg there. So maybe I'll just, overhand it, like a normal person. But no, Karius decided to not pay attention, just tried to roll it out to the guy's foot next to him. And that was like, yeah, okay. This is just not meant to be, guys. This year's not meant to be. Mo Salah's injured. Stupid goalkeeping mistake, which we haven't had for a while. But then, Mane, who for me was man of the match. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Mane was. Got us back into it. And I was like, oh, hang on. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting this, but I will happily take it. So that came out of nowhere for me, really, because I thought it would be. And then, Gareth Bale a little Welshman, Gareth Bale, came on, and he's no Ben Woodburn, but he's decent. And, speculative is the word I'd use. From about 30-plus yards. Luckily for Karius, it was straight at him, so he let it in. He sort of went like jelly hands. I don't really know. I don't really want to go and watch it again and again. Karius decided that he didn't want the Champions League trophy. Customs would be a bitch and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, that happened, and you're like, yeah, all right then. And then Gareth Bale popped up with a little tap in near the end. So, yeah, it was a woo, bicycle kick. Woo. After the game was a weird feeling, like I said, with the TB Total Biscuit stuff, and I was feeling quite crap anyway, and I was gutted that we'd lost, but I wasn't devastated. And because we shouldn't, at the stage in our progress, Liverpool, we shouldn't really be there. That was too early. I think if we'd got, nobody would have complained. Well, somebody would have, because people always complain. But most people wouldn't have complained if Liverpool had finished in the quarterfinals of the Champions League this year. Semi-final would have been fucking amazing. Quarterfinals would have been brilliant. Getting out of the group stage would have been fine. And so the fact we're in the final is brilliant. We've got a top 4 again. It's been a fantastic season. I think what really helped, and this is obviously just lucky from Liverpool's point of view, is that, I don't know when it was, 2 days after the Champions League final, we signed Fabinho for 40 million, which is obviously wasn't done because we lost, because it takes ages to get those sort of deals through, but just genius timing. We're like, we'll do it, we'll get it sorted before the World Cup, after the Champions League final. If we win, it's like an extra bonus. If we lose, it's like, yeah, but look, lads, we've sorted it for next year. He looks good. I don't watch the French league. He's at Monaco. He scores a few goals, but I think he takes all their penalties. Really good penalty taker. He can play as a centre-back, play as a right-back, but he'll be mainly used as a defensive midfielder, which is what Liverpool need. It's obviously a replacement for Emre Can, but I'd say probably a little bit better defensively. And that is massive for us. That is absolutely massive. I'm very excited with Naby Keita coming in as well. And there's Fekir talked about as well. Our midfield and attack is looking just sexy. The rest is... So let's have a quick talk about Liverpool as a whole, as a team. Brilliant year. Fantastic. Where they need strength and what I think the goalkeepers are. So I'm on the Liverpool squad screen here. I totally forgot that this person existed, because I just remind myself. Goalkeepers: Karius, Mignolet, Danny Ward, Adam Bogdan. I didn't know we still had Adam Bogdan. Is it like a ginger percentage you have to hit, I don't know. Right, so, goalkeeper. It's such a tough one. I was so gutted for Karius. I'm so gutted for Karius because all the shit. He's got death threats, for Christ's sake. I don't care what he did I don't care if he picked up the ball and just lobbed it in his own net. It's just... But then, do I see him as the long-term solution for Liverpool? If you'd asked me that 6 months ago, I said no. But actually, he's been pretty good. Since he was, given the number 1 spot and said, get on with it, son, he's been better and better and less mistakes. So basically the question you have to ask yourself is, do you think he's going to get better, keep getting better, and turn out to be a world-class goalkeeper? Or do you think you need to replace? Me personally, yes, I think he's going to get better, but I don't think he's going to be up. But I think he's going to have that ricket, that mistake always in him. For me, get rid of both. Get rid of both and keep Danny Ward as my backup goalkeeper and buy a first choice. Buy Alisson, buy Old Black, buy somebody. Because I just don't think Harris is ever going to be that good where, he's looking to challenge Champions Leagues. So that's me on the goalkeepers. Defenders-wise, Nathaniel Klein, obviously injury hit season, so can't really say too much about him. Virgil van Dijk has been a beautiful human being. He's a monster, and he can play football, and he's a beast. Dejan Lovren is better. I kind of love him a bit. I know. He's a good defender. He's a good, straightforward defender with the odd mistake in him, as we all know too well. I'd definitely not sell him. I'd definitely keep him. For me, he'd be my third choice centre-back. And then we've got Joe Gomez, who obviously injuries as well, right-back, centre-back, you could argue. I'm happy to keep on his development. The fact he can play both of those positions is really helpful. Ragnar Klavan, I'd probably keep him around just because his name's Ragnar and it's really cool. But just a bit of depth. Alberto Moreno, I probably think it's time for him to go, to be honest. I think Andy Robertson has proved to be amazing. And then we've got plenty of cover. James Milner can go left back. You could probably play Trent Alexander at left back if desperate. I think it's just let him go. Let him go play some football. Andy Robertson, absolute revelation this season. Was it 8 million, 7 million quid from Hull? Just ridiculous player. Superb. Joel Matip, sadly that injury's really hurt, but I think he's battling for that third, fourth spot with Dejan Lovren, because I think Van Dijk and new centre-back, and then the rest fills in itself pretty much. We've got Trent on the right-hand side, who's just been absolutely brilliant. What I love most about Trent is that he made a couple of horrific mistakes against, especially Man United, and learned from it and recovered and didn't make that mistake again, which is a big deal for me. So I think we're looking really good. I just think we need maybe another centre-back, another Virgil van Dijk, clone him, and we'll be good. And then we got Gini Wijnaldum. I'll just talk about the main players, not the sort of fringy like Grujic and stuff. Emre Can's definitely going. James Milner, I love him more and more each day, but sadly he's not the youngest. So I don't want to get too attached to him because I know at one point he's going to leave us. This one's an interesting one. Adam Lallana. Now, before his injury, he was probably Liverpool's best player and England's best player. Which doesn't say much, England is shit, but I loved him. I thought he was brilliant. And I couldn't see a way of not having him in the side. Or the possibility of selling him would be ridiculous. And now, with the extra players we're bringing in, I don't see how Adam Lallana fits. He doesn't move the ball or travel as quick as these other players. You know, Bobby Firmino, Salah and Mane, they're just going to fly. And Adam's just like, hello, hang on, lads. I can run about forever, just not at the fastest pace. I'd probably keep him unless we were to bring in a Fekir or somebody like that. We've obviously got Oxlade-Chamberlain, who I really like as well, going to come back from injury. I'd keep him unless we made another marquee signing. But to be honest, I don't know how much money we're going to spend this summer, but we've signed Fabinho. If we signed a top-notch centre-back, then I'd be happy with the team we've got. If we then had, say, another 60, 70 million and we got Fekir or whoever, an attacking player, then Adam Lallana is the one for me, because I don't see him being good enough for that central midfield role, but especially with James Milner now playing there, Wijnaldum, Henderson, the Ox can play there, with Fabinho coming in to play there. Yeah, so if we sign a big superstar attacking forward person, then maybe Lallana's time will come. But let's have a look at our strikers. We've got Bobby Firmino, number 9. He's just brilliant, so no. Mane, he's brilliant. Dominic Solanke, I'm happy as a backup. Mo Salah, great. Divock Origi. He started off well, didn't he? Is it Wolfsburg? I don't really pay attention to the loan moves, but I think he's been pretty shit otherwise. I'd just get rid. I don't mind him. Ben Woodburn's an interesting one. I think next season he needs to either get some decent game time, whether that's the League Cup and a bunch of sub appearances, or go on loan. He can't just sit and rot and wait forever for his chance at Liverpool. I think he needs to go and get some game time. So, yeah. So for me, if I'm Jurgen Klopp, I'm going to go, okay, look at the pot of money we have. I have no idea how much it is. We've already spent 40 million. Let's say 60 million. I have no idea. Probably more than that, because we've still got money from the Coutinho sale and stuff. So I would just buy a centre-back. Just go big on a centre-back. And then if I've got any money left over, I'd probably look at buying another sort of attacking midfielder just to sort of fill out the top. Just to give a bit more depth so we can rest Mo Salah for the League Cup and stuff, and Bobby Firmino and stuff. A little bit more, just so we got a bit more rotation, because I think that's the important. So I'm just going all out on a centre-back for me. And a goalkeeper. Shit, I forgot the goalkeeper. Oh, no. Okay, I've changed my mind. We're going goalkeeper and centre-back. Okay? We're going to spend £100 million. I'm just making numbers up at this point. I didn't make the number up. 100 million exists, but I'm going to say we're going to spend £100 million. No. I'm writing it down now. 120 million. I don't know why I'm writing it down. 120 million pounds we're going to spend on a goalkeeper, probably Alisson, because Oblak might be a bit too expensive, and a centre-back. That is my But I've got a weird feeling we might just go and spend like 200 million or something stupid, because we've done well. If you look at the net spends of Liverpool, we're making money. We got monies. So, and last bit of thing I want to talk about with Liverpool is Mr. Jurgen Klopp himself is being linked with the Real Madrid job. And when I heard it's expected. You know, Zinedine Zidane quits. Your Real Madrid boss. There's probably only 20 managers in the entire world that could realistically be Real Madrid boss. And Klopp is now there. For me, my first thought when I heard about it was like, Klopp would... No, he wouldn't be interested in that. I think Klopp loves a project. I think he loves the idea of staying somewhere, building that team up to be what he wants them to be, as opposed to taking over the best club in Europe and just sort of carrying on and trying to manage all these prima donnas and stuff. That was my first thought. I was like, no, I think he's going to stick with the project he's got here. But then there's always but money talks and shit, doesn't it? Like, if Real Madrid just came, look, mate, do you want all this money? And we'll give you £200 million to spend, and we'll let you slap Ronaldo. He's not going to leave. There's like a 10% of me that it's 90% stay, 10% leave to Real Madrid. It could be wishful thinking that I just don't want to see it. But I think he'll stay. I'm delighted with how it's going. Like I said to somebody the other day, you know, winning leagues and stuff is fucking brilliant. I wouldn't know. Last time Liverpool won a league, I was too young to actually remember it. So, I watch football because football is a fun game to play and to watch. And when your team is playing the funnest variation of that, i.e. most attacking craziness, goals conceded, goals scored. For me, that's the fucking essence of football. Like, yeah, okay, next season Mourinho could go on a march and win the league by playing clever, consistent, tactical football where you shut up shop, you go for the 1-0, you do this, you have one shot on target, you're clinical, all that sort of good stuff. And it'll be amazing for Man United fans to win the league, as it would be if Liverpool won to win the league. But at the end of the day, you're spending then however many hundreds, 80 odd hours watching boring football. And I want to spend my time watching fun football, even if that means there's a smaller percent chance that I'll actually see us win shit. At the end of the day, I love watching football. If you can make that exciting, more for it. Go Klopp. Woo! Look. Klopp hello. I have a full-size cardboard cutout of Klopp, though. But my dog Loki is scared shitless of it. So I can't get it out because he absolutely panics. Right. There we go. That is my Liverpool team review of the year. Just a quick thing. I wanted to sort of chat and spill me guts because I haven't really talked about it since the Champions League final because I've had a little break. So there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I would do a video on England's World Cup chances, but that would just be ridiculous because it's England. So we'll find a way to fuck it up. So let's say England get through the group, first knockout stage. Job done. Right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. You'll never walk alone. Bye-bye. I said all this while swearing an FC Copenhagen.